White's army, the Elland Road empire, is shaking. What's happening, you beautiful White's warriors? Pull up your chairs, grab your pints, and buckle up, because I've got 3 absolutely mental pieces of news that are going to send shockwaves through every single Leeds United fan from Yorkshire to the ends of the earth. The Elland Road boardroom is buzzing like a hornet's nest right now, and I'm not talking about small talk over tea and biscuits. We're talking about decisions that could completely reshape our beloved club's future. There's a German manager whose job might be hanging by a thread, an American star who's getting absolutely slaughtered on the international stage, and a young Spanish striker whose price tag just went through the roof. Each of these stories connects like pieces of a puzzle that's painting a picture of what our 2025-26 season could look like. Will we see ruthless changes in the dugout? Are we about to witness player exits that could fund a transfer revolution? And most importantly, are we truly ready for Premier League survival? Smash that like button right now if you're ready for this emotional roller coaster. Drop your predictions in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're the voice of the White Army. But here's the thing that's got me losing sleep at night. There's talk of a managerial change that could happen as early as November, and the replacement being mentioned will blow your mind. Let's dive into this first bombshell. Right, White's army, here it is, the news that's been whispered in every pub from Beeston to Headingley. Daniel Farke might not even make it to Christmas in the Leeds United dugout, and the potential replacement will make your jaws drop to the floor. Remember how we all celebrated when Farke got us promoted? The German did his job, fair play to him, but here's the brutal truth that's keeping Parag Maratha awake at night. Farke's Premier League record is absolutely horrific. We're talking 6 wins, 8 draws, and 35 defeats in 49 games. That's not survival football, that's relegation express. The whispers around Elland Road are getting louder by the day. Despite Maratha publicly backing our German manager, the Yorkshire Evening Post sources are saying the board is already preparing contingency plans. They know what we all know. 40 points minimum to stay up, and with Farke's track record, that feels like climbing Everest in flip-flops. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. White's army. Journalist Jonathan Liew from The Guardian just dropped a bomb that's got the entire football world talking. He's suggesting that if Leeds sack Farke in November, we should go all in on Angeball, and he's talking about Ange Postecoglou. Yes, you heard that right. The Australian wizard who just got the boot from Tottenham after winning them the Europa League, the same manager who plays the most exciting football in the Premier League but got sacked because Spurs are, well, Spurs. This is where it gets tasty, lads and lasses. Postecoglou's unwillingness to adapt his tactics could be suicide in a relegation battle, but imagine that attacking football at Elland Road. The atmosphere would be electric. The man's philosophy is simple: attack, attack, attack. But that's exactly what got Tottenham in trouble when they needed results. The risk is massive, White's army. We can't afford to make mistakes in our first season back. Every point will be precious, every game a battle for survival. But wouldn't you rather go down fighting with beautiful football than grinding out boring defeats? The choice between safety-first football and Postecoglou's revolution could define our entire Premier League campaign. But wait, there's more brewing in this transfer saga that's about to explode. White's army, if you thought our German manager was having problems, wait until you hear what's happening to one of our key players on the international stage. Brendan Aronson just had a nightmare performance that's got American media tearing him apart like vultures. The USA got absolutely humiliated 4-0 by Switzerland, and our boy Aronson was so bad that Mauricio Pochettino hooked him at halftime. Just 18 touches in 45 minutes. That's Sunday League stuff, not international football. The American press showed no mercy. Goal gave him 410, NBC Sports gave him 410, and even USA Today couldn't find anything positive to say. A non-factor. That's what Sporting News called him. Can you imagine? One of our players being labelled a non-factor on the world stage. But here's what's got me worried sick about our Premier League survival chances. If Aronson can't handle international football, how's he going to cope with the Premier League week in, week out? His numbers last season were decent for the championship, 9 goals and 2 assists in 46 games, but that's not going to cut it in the top flight. Remember his last Premier League season? 1 goal and 3 assists in 36 matches. That's not a number 10, that's a passenger. And with the World Cup coming up next year, Aronson knows he needs to be performing at the highest level consistently, not disappearing when the pressure mounts. The rumours are flying that Leeds are already looking at Emi Buendia and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as upgrades. That tells you everything you need to know about where Aronson stands in Farke's plans for Premier League survival. These are proven Premier League players who know what it takes to perform when the stakes are highest. With the World Cup coming up, Aaronson knows he needs regular football. If he's not guaranteed to start at Elland Road, he might push for a move. And honestly, that might be best for everyone involved. We need players who can step up in crucial moments, not fade away when the lights get brightest. The Championship is one thing, but the Premier League is a completely different beast that demands mental strength and consistency. But hold on to your hats, Whites Army, because the third piece of news is about to change everything we thought we knew about our transfer budget. Whites Army, this is it. The story that could fund our entire Premier League survival mission. Mateo Joseph, our 21-year-old Spanish striker, has just become one of the hottest properties in European football, and Real Betis are circling like sharks. Here's the beautiful madness of it all. Joseph scored just 3 goals and provided 3 assists in 41 appearances last season. On paper, that's nothing special, but football isn't played on paper, is it? The kid's been absolutely sensational at the Under-21 European Championship, and his stock is rising faster than a rocket ship. Diario de Sevilla is reporting that Betis are desperate for a new striker, and they want our boy. But here's where it gets spicy. They're offering £6.8 million, while we're demanding £15.2 million. That's more than double their offer. The Spanish giants are trying to sweeten the deal with a 20% sell-on clause, but Leeds United must hold firm. Why? Because Joseph isn't just any 21-year-old. He's a Spain under-21 international whose value is skyrocketing by the day. Think about it. Whites Army. If we can get £15.2 million for Joseph, that's serious money for Premier League reinforcements. We could fund moves for the likes of Buendia, strengthen our defense, and give Farc, or whoever's in charge by then, the tools to keep us up. But here's the twist that's got me buzzing. Clubs like Brentford and Crystal Palace are reportedly sniffing around, and they've got Premier League money to splash. If Betis won't pay up, we could start a bidding war that could push Joseph's price even higher. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Joseph's performances at the European Championship have shown he's got the technical ability and composure to perform on big stages. His connection with Joel Pirro was developing nicely before the season ended, and selling him now while his stock is at its peak could be the smartest business we've done in years. The question is, do we cash in on Joseph's rising value to fund our Premier League survival, or do we keep faith in a young striker who could be our future? This decision could make or break our entire transfer window strategy. This is the crossroads moment for Leeds United Whites Army. We've got a manager whose job is on the line, a key player whose international form is raising serious questions, and a young striker whose transfer could reshape our entire summer window. What do you think? Should we stick with Farc or take the gamble on Postecoglou's attacking revolution? Is it time to move on from Aaronson and invest in proven Premier League quality? And most importantly, should we cash in on Joseph while his value is at its peak? The next few months could define the next decade of Leeds United. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if this got your blood pumping, and remember, we are Leeds United and we'll fight to the end. Marching on together.